Now that we have our form set up, let's make a new class. And name it TransferQ. Now make a new enum and name it QType of byte. And these will be download and upload. Now head into the TransferQ class and let's make a few new variables. Public const int file buffer size equals 8175. Private static byte file buffer equals new byte file buffer size. Now, in case you're wondering why I chose an odd size, it's because of our transfer packet. Our transfer packet will be exactly 8 kilobytes or under, and 8175 will be the amount of bytes we will try to read each time we go through our file, and you'll see what I mean by that in a bit. Now let's make another variable, private manual reset event pause event. This thing right here is what we will use to pause our uploads and our downloads. Well, it'll pause the upload, but you'll see. Public int ID, public int progress, last progress, public long transferred, public long index, public long length, public bool running, and public bool paused. Public string, file name, public QType type, public object client, that will just be a placeholder, public thread, this will be our upload thread, and public file stream fs. This is what we will use to open and read the bytes of the file that we are uploading and the file we're downloading. We'll use this to place the bytes in the file. Now let's make a new constructor, private TransferQ, so it can only be called by the class. Pause event equals new manual reset event true, and running equals true. Now, manual reset event, what this does is when we call pause event.wait1, it'll wait and see if the variable or the state is true or false. If the state is true, then it'll say okay, and then it'll just keep on going. If it's false, then it'll just sit there and wait. So when we call pause event.wait1, we won't use any of the overloads for time span because we want it to just wait infinitely until it's set to true. So when we call this, it'll sit there and it'll wait if it's false, and if it's true, it'll just keep on going. And that's what we use to pause, and you'll see more later. Now let's make a few methods. Public void start, running equals true, and thread.start this. When we start our upload thread, we will use the current class as the parameter, the current instance of the class, so we can get all of our information that we need for transferring. Let's make another method, public void stop, running equals false. And let's make another method, public void pause. If not paused, then pause event dot reset, else pause event dot set paused equals the opposite of paused. So if it's not paused, then we'll reset the event which sets it to false or non-signaled, and then it'll cause the thread to block and just wait. If it is paused, then it'll set it to true so the thread can continue. And this just gets the opposite of the variable. So we don't have to do if this equals this and that, or so we don't have to do paused equals false or true. It'll just automatically do it. It'll just grab the reverse value. And let's make another variable, public void close. Running equals false. fs.close. Pause event dot dispose. And client equals null. We'll come back to this class in a minute once we add more stuff to, or once we create our transfer client class. And you'll see where this stuff comes into play more. Public void write byte array bytes and long index. Lock this fs.position equals index, fs.write bytes 0 and bytes.length transferred plus equals bytes dot length. So what we'll do when we call write, we'll lock the instance of this class, and then we'll set our file stream position to our current write index, and you'll see why we're doing this in a bit. And we'll call fs.write, we'll write our bytes to the stream, and then we will increase the amount of bytes that we transferred in our transferred variable with the bytes that we wrote to the stream. Now let's create another method, private static void transfer proc object O. Transfer Q equals transfer Q, cast transfer Q O. Now if you remember, what was it? If you remember this, now we're grabbing our transfer Q from the argument. While Q dot running, actually, we'll come back to this. Now let's make a new class and name it headers. You guys should start recognizing this now. Public enum headers of byte. We don't need that many commands. Q start, stop, pause, and chunk. These are the headers that we will be using to set up our transfers and actually do the transferring. Well, just this one will be mainly for the transferring. Now let's head over and let's make a new class and name this transfer client. Now let's make a few delegate voids. Public delegate void transfer event handler object sender transfer Q Q. Public delegate void connect callback object sender string error. Now this delegate this will handle all of our events for our transferring, and this will be a callback for our asynchronous connect method. So now let's make a few variables. Private socket. Actually, let's get our imports out of the way using system.net.sockets. Okay.